Now, if we take a look and examine what happened with the sequel trilogy movies, ranging from mostly The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker is where the problems really began, we can obviously see that a lot of Star Wars fans are really turning around now, given that Jon Favreau has fixed many aspects within the Mandalorian series. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Disney Star Wars is that yes, we do know that they are now on the road to success because they really are aiming high. They have a lot of ambition. They have a lot of projects in the pipeline right now. In fact, over a dozen to be exact TV shows in the works on Disney Plus alone. A small percentage of which, by the way, is going to be animated material. We've got The Bad Batch. We've got a Rise of Skywalker sequel series that's currently in the early development phase. That's actually going to be aimed to drop in 2023. There's also a Rebels sequel series that's going to be in animated form as well. So a lot of work is being done for both animated and live action material moving ahead. However, when it comes to Kathleen Kennedy, there is one project that she is working on, and one project only. That, of course, being The Acolyte. Now, in case you guys did not know, The Acolyte is going to be the Leslye Headland Star Wars TV series for Disney Plus. A lot of fans are very skeptical about this show, given that it is Leslye Headland connected to the show. However, when it all comes down to Kathleen Kennedy, what's really intriguing about what's happening behind the scenes for this show, and as expected, there are some problems because, well, Kathleen Kennedy's on board. There's always some kind of difference going on between herself and creators. Now, with that being said, of course, Kathleen Kennedy has been with Lucasfilm since she signed on back in 2012 when Lucas gave her the keys to the franchise, and since then the fans have not been happy with her approach to the universe. In recent weeks, of course, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni were able to actually turn things around for the fans. However, behind the scenes, it's described that Kathleen Kennedy wants to quit from Star Wars entirely very soon, since she is running into problems with Star Wars The Acolyte. It's described that there are already creative differences between Leslye Headland and Kathleen Kennedy, that it is becoming a very difficult situation for Kathleen Kennedy on this new mysterious project to the point where she just wants to quit Star Wars entirely. It's described that Leslye Headland is already initiating more rewrites to the script for The Acolyte that Kathleen Kennedy is unhappy with and is having the urge to quit from Star Wars early on, even though Lucasfilm already has plans to replace her in several ways for the franchise to actually succeed further. Now, The Acolyte is becoming a difficult project for Kathleen Kennedy since many creators, be it directors and writers, are going back and forth with the series. The series for Kennedy is becoming too much for her, and that she wants to give up on Star Wars now overall. Now, let's stop right here for a second. Let's just pause, because the Acolyte series, in case you guys are not in the loop, it's labeled as a mystery thriller. Alright, so this is going to be a mystery thriller series, and it's going to be associated with the rise of the dark side, a new secret of the darkness, and it's all going to be within the High Republic era. So the High Republic era in general, it ranges anywhere from 200 years before the Phantom Menace and ends around 50 years before the Phantom Menace. So the very end of that era, it has been confirmed, takes place roughly 50 years before Episode 1. And that little 50-year gap is going to be an era in and of itself that's going to be explored as well in 2021. So really looking forward to that. That most likely is going to be a very interesting piece there. However, The Acolyte, obviously, causing a lot of problems between Kennedy and Leslye, and Kennedy actually having a lot of problems with these rewrites, quote-unquote, that are happening by Leslye and some of the co-writers on board for some of the episodes. It's really getting to Kennedy now to the point where she just wants to stop and leave and just give it all up. And honestly, I think that it's about time for that to happen. I really do, because yes, Lucasfilm already has plans to have George Lucas take over temporarily by the time mid-2021 arrives, before they go on to their permanent solution. That is either going to be Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, or an untitled creator that they actually have all their eyes on. So a lot of work is being poured into this franchise, but The Acolyte seems to be a show that's really going back and forth. It's one of the main reasons as to why we have yet to get an official release date on the show, per se. You know, at least with the Kenobi series, you know, they're already filming it. A lot of work is being put on there. The Acolyte, however, has been in the works for over a year now. Literally, for over a year for the pre-production phase. They've been going back and forth several times with this series. So, like I say, I mean, I think that obviously Star Wars is going to succeed regardless. No matter what happens to this project, be it negative or positive, right, to the fan base. This actual show is just one show that Kathleen Kennedy is supervising and is in full creative control over, and that's it. Everything else is up to John, George, Dave, other creators coming on board, be it directors or writers, you name it. So, like I've said before in the past, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know about all this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.